Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Nilaus and we are back here with episode 16 of our Let's Play, and I am going to be more focused in these upcoming episodes on sort of tackling one problem and one problem only. And I'm probably going to tackle two problems in this episode, so that's typical me of just saying one thing and doing something else. But the idea is that as this game progresses, I want to make sure that you can use these Let's Play episodes also as a bit of a tutorial. So when I'm going to be focusing on graphene in this build, then that will be some part of the title, so that if you run into some issue or you want to get inspired on a certain topic, then you can look through the playlist and so, oh, this is where he figures deuterium, this is where he makes green science, this is where he makes purple science. I think that will make it easier for you to use it also as a resource and not just as a Let's Play. I hope, instead of just making tutorials, just going, here's a tutorial for how to do that. I don't know. Let me know if you think that's a good idea and if you think that would be something you could use. In any case, I'm going to start off by talking a bit about what I've done between sessions. So here we are on Just Too Nasty, our smelting planet. This is where we left off last time, and I was begrudging the fact that I had not built the polar hub, but as the previous episode was running long, I didn't want to set up yet another one, so I set it up between sessions. We have our yellow signs running around. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And then I had this issue with what am I going to do about the steel. So I just requested steel from the new planet that we made last time. What was the name of the new planet? Skippy. Yes, Skippy, the lava planet on the X0 system. Yes, so I just requested it, but I don't really like that. It's too far away. So I'm now requesting iron ore in here with warpers coming in, and then providing here the steel out. So we now have steel back on the planet, on Vichu planet. So that's just some of the things that I've made between session that just makes it a bit more stringent. I want Just Too Nasty to be my smelting planet. Look at how gorgeous the Vichu planet is. It's a bit of a 7-bone snooker, and I can see some patches here and there that I missed. That's actually kind of embarrassing. I don't think I should be fixing those. I don't think I should, but I'm definitely going to. So I need to fly really far away and just to look at this. Okay, so what I want to do in this mess of a planet, we have now let's take stock of the situation. We have completed all of the upgrades for purple science, and all of these require green science, so they are kind of on the back burner for a while. The drive here requires, let's get more warp speed, green, and green, and this one is the only one that doesn't require green, but I don't really have any need for it. The extra lap speed, don't need. And then I have this one left, the vertical launch silo, which isn't really going to be useful. None of these are particularly useful because they both require quantum chips, and by the time we have quantum chips, then we also have green science. So I'm kind of a bit iffy on this. I don't think these actually are purple science, because as soon as the ingredients you need for it are actually part of the green science. So I think that's kind of a bit of a thing there. But we'll take it, because then we just knock those out and then we'll be done. What I want to show is the issue we have right now. So as we are doing more expansion, we are going to need a lot more of our facilities. A lot more of these. And I have 3. And that's a disaster. Nothing short of an absolute disaster. And why is that? That's because we don't have any titanium alloy. So let's trace back, and this is absolutely going to happen. As you start expanding, you're going to need more of the interstellar logistics stations. They are pretty intense when it comes to how many. They take 40. Plus you're going to need some additional rocket, some additional vessels. Vessels require rockets. Thrusters require yet more of these. So each one here, it requires some titanium alloy, and it also requires 2 thrusters that also require titanium alloy. So each vessel is actually 20 titanium alloy. So everything now is coming back to titanium alloy. So let's have a look at why titanium alloy is running out. And if you read the title, you already know. So let's see. Where is it? It's here. Here it is. And now it's also disgusting that it's still having these small ones. Right, so you are obviously out of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is the shortage here. It's not the steel, it's not the titanium, though steel was about to, could have been an issue, but isn't anymore because we fixed it. Titanium is running out because we don't have a new location for titanium, and if we look at our system, it has a very little amount of titanium, 700,000, and it's all on Wundertüte. So that is there. That's all there is to it. So no, not much remaining in this this area. So this is definitely one that we need to fix. The sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is built together as an overflow from our graphene production. So I need to find our graphene production. There are some things that are just always impossible to find on this planet. This gigantic build is one of them. It's not actually gigantic, but it's pretty big. It's one of our first big builds, and it is now woefully inadequate. Yep, how many times have I been circling this planet and still not found it? It's kind of embarrassing. I mean, it must be there. There it is. This one, yes. It's also an interconnected one. So here we have all of the light oil going in. It's going to be happy, making it to sulfuric acid, and going into this one, and that goes straight through on the outside. I don't even know why that's the case. It's not balancing internally, or it's not inherently balancing. So it'll just, I don't know, probably choose the one that goes out first. Either case, all of the sulfuric acid is being consumed for the graphene, and the graphene is, well, obviously being consumed. I'm going to do that. The graphene is also being consumed, all of it. So as long as all of the graphene is being used, it's never going to be stockpiling. If it's never stockpiling, I'm not going to get any sulfuric acid. So today, we are going to finally get some absolute wonderful graphene and also some sulfuric acid so we can fix this and we can completely replace this one with something great. So graphene is going to be our first one, and we're currently using this awful formula, but we are going to transition into this graphene formula here. This one is going to be a lot easier, and I will, let's see, yeah, so we'll have sugar cubes. I mean, they're not sugar cubes, but they look like sugar cubes. It is fire ice, and the fire ice comes from two different locations. Let's go out. It can come from gas giants, or it can come from just a planet. You can see this one has a lot of fire ice. So let's head on over to X0 and find a location. There could be there is no gas giant here, so this is actually this is on a planet, and we'll be mining it from that planet. Let me just make sure that I have some fuel. There we go. Let's head on out. And you know, I need to actually look at where we are going. X0. I think I can actually do it more. No, I'm actually going to, we'll go to X0. There, to the star. So we go there, and then we'll be looking at finding a location for, there we go. Warping away from our troubles once again. So we're going to be tapping the fire ice, making it into graphene. The thing is, the fire ice is on a cold planet, and that cold planet is far from the sun. Far from the sun, it means lower solar energy, so we're going to have to find a way to make power on this planet. A good suggestion is, since we look at the recipe here, we are getting some free hydrogen, and if we don't consume the hydrogen, it's actually going to cause issues. So what I really could do is use the hydrogen and just burn it in thermal power plants, and then that should be pretty good. I'm gonna go in here, and I'll go towards this one. Just happen to just randomly select this one and see if we can get closer to this one. Let's look at this planet. Oh, no, I went into orbit instead of into the planet. There. This has... Oh, funny how it just... Oh, splashed right in the ice cold water. That's not very nice. And let's look at the planet. It has 12 million fire ice. And if I look for the whole system, it has 12 million fire ice. So this is all the fire ice I have. If I look at the specific planet here, go in. And go there, and go there. So now there's no line here. 45 solar energy, because it's kind of far away. What about this one? That's an ashen Gelisol, and this one is an ice field Gelisol. Remember when we landed here on on the lava planet on Skippy, and we needed a bit of extra landfill, we came to this planet to level some mountains. So we have already been here. That's why I knew that we did have fire ice at this location. So what are the first things we want to do? Find the north and our true north and go here. Then what we're going to do is stamp this one down, and that's always going to take a bit of time. So I want to put the hub in. I want to put some solar panels. I want to put some power lines. If only there was a way that we could just whoosh away, and then we would be having all of that done. And here we are. There we go. That is a beautiful polar hub already established. That is a beautiful 5 solar rings already established. That is a beautiful network of power lines all the way through. Look at that. Yeah, this is one of the things that I know that some people are like, it's a waste of time, you don't need it. Well, maybe you don't need it, but I absolutely need it because I'm recording this for a YouTube episode. So there are some things that is worthwhile for me to do off camera and then sort of set it up so that when I start designing things, then I can easily, if I run out during middle of a build, run out of belts, then I can also always just grab it there. Maybe if you are playing yourself and then you go, okay, well, I'm just going to walk back after some belts, and you don't mind spending 5 minutes because you can just take a break and get a cup of coffee. But it's kind of different when I'm recording it. And you know me, I like my structures. So this is the structure of the build. What we're going to do here is tab all of the fire ice. We have 2 million here, we have 2 million there, so it's about 2 million each, and since there's 12 million, that means there will be 6 patches for us to tap. I'm not going to touch any of the other things. It's a pretty good location for titanium as well, but I don't think I want to take anything aside from this one out right now. You can see the power is here. I have also, again, more questions about this being also wasteful. Waste of energy. So far it's not wasting any energy, it just takes the power from the sun and just gradually puts it in here to these batteries, and eventually these will be slowly filling up, and once they're filled up they take 60 kilowatts of idle power, which is absolutely nothing. Let's move on and take this one here. So we start simply farming all of this, and then we can we'll do that. I will also just save you from that because it's super boring to hook up these, and I really wish there was a better way to hook up these locations. Maybe there will be at some point, but for now there's just the part of cutting it out. Now we have everything hooked up. That's really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 12 million is now capped and available to us in the network. So what we want to do is we want to find a space for us to build some things. We want to build 2 things. We want to build this is a nice flat space, so let's start by building here. What we'll build here is we'll build 1 thermal power plant location and to consume the hydrogen, and then we'll build some chemical plants. So we need to make sure that we have these things there. I have, of course, prepared things in advance. I have chemical plants, I have some thermal power plants, I have a lot of belts. All these good things should be there. So we'll start by making this one go in there. So this will be, what will it be? What will it be? It will be our graphene build. So let's do graphene, and the graphene will be done from oh, it's actually better to do it sugar cubes in, graphene out, and hydrogen out. There we go. I am going to be able to request it from here. Put something in here. Do I want to be able to request it from anything remotely? Nope, I do not. And notice that I'm saying requested remotely, not provided remotely, because providing it is a passive task in my world. So this one will be, let's see, we are going to build a chemical plant here, and you're going to be making the sugar cube version of the graphene. There we go. And look at how bad it is for the fuel chamber generation. It has barely any energy, but you know, it could work for this energy in a pinch. Just burn it if you don't need it. So I guess you could also use this process to get hydrogen and then just burn the graphene. No, that would be absurd. You always need more solar panels, and graphene is an integral part of it. So this one is basically 2 in, 1 per second in. That means I can put no more than 30 of those on a single belt. That's always like a good parameter to see how many can I put in a belt. That's in this case 30, so it's going to be 2 times 15. Good. I'm going to get 2 times 15, so I think I'll be doing this one, sugar cubes out here, and then get here, and then I'll take these return belts. That's one return belt, and that's another return belt, and that's one return belt, and that's the other return belt. And then I can get this on this side and this on that side. Yep. And if I then take sugar cubes out, and if we just look at what we've done here, it has the advantage that it is only using the 9, well, the ones that are closest here. So I think that's good. We're not using sort of the back side of it. I dislike doing that. Now there is another problem, and that is the fact that I'm going to get hydrogen out here, and I need to store the hydrogen somewhere. Yeah, so I think this is actually need to go just a bit further in, because I need this space for better things. There should be sufficient. And this one will then be the hydrogen. So I need to build a hydrogen storage. Let's build it on that one. Oh, it would be so lovely if I actually had some ground here. So I have also selected a color here. That's a custom color for this planet. Every planet will have a custom color. And if I just click over here, then it'll have a nice green custom color. I don't know what we can call this one, but mint green maybe? I don't know. It's a color. And now it's everywhere. So I want to make sure that every build we do is always built on concrete. Maybe with the exception of mining operations, but that's also way too big. So this means I am going to get from this one, there. Yeah. Because the hydrogen, I don't want the hydrogen to jam our builds, so I need to make sure that I have a good storage and also a good consumption for it. So this will be it, and eventually when I have like fractionators or something else, then I might just request it from here just to make it simpler. That one. Oops, that's behind. I don't want the... Is it clipping? It's very important. Is it clipping? No, it's not clipping. It's close but no clipping. Good. Now then I need to do the belts, and they are not going to be copy pastable here. So it's going to be input and input. And I'll have the closest one being graphene, and then the furthest one being hydrogen. Then it's hydrogen and graphene. And then input. In this case, it's going to be the opposite. This is graphene, and this is hydrogen. And this is hydrogen, and this is graphene. And then an input. Good. Alright, now you know the drill. We're going to build this, and we're going to build it 15 deep, because then it's going to be 60, and that will give us 2 full belts. That's going to be 60 graphene per second. That's pretty good. And 30 hydrogen per second. So let's build that. And so we are done with this. That was actually a very nice little build. So this will give us 60 per second. If we could only keep it up, I don't think we can. But I am going to be locally demanding everything and not providing it from here. This will be locally provided and globally provided. Yes, locally provided. I'll just provide it here. If anyone wants to come in and pick this up, be my guest. But this will of course, well, of course, yeah. No, actually, since I only produce 80 megawatts of power, I am kind of worried that it's not going to be enough. So we are going to, no matter what, while this one is working, I am going to work on the next one. And that's going to be the power pole here, or the power production thing. That one. So this one will just request hydrogen that we'll be using for burning. I'll again get some of these in here. And I will get about outbound. Oops. There. And again, I think it's very important. Let's make sure that this is also nice and green. Nice minty colored. I need a lot, so let's go all the way over here, and then that's probably still not even enough. Let's go all the way over here, and that's still not even enough, but we'll let it go over there. So, how many? Now we come to the question, the consideration here, and I'm going to do this math again for you, with you, because I think it's super important to get it right, and it's a bit of a complicated thing, but it actually makes super sense. So we start by saying how much power is on this belt. 30 per second times 9 megajoule. So 9 megajoule times 30 per second gives us a megajoule per second, which is a watt, which is a watt measurement. So we are actually getting we are getting the wattage out of this, and that is going to be 9 times 30. That's 270. So we have, this belt can transport 270 power. 270 power if we convert that in one of these, or multiple of these. Where should we build it? Yes, we'll build one here and another one there. These ones, they are super annoying that, oh, okay, I can't even see it here. There, we've done this before. 2.16, it looks like a very bad number, but since it's only 80% efficiency, that actually means that it consumes 2.7 megawatt and then outputs 2.16 megawatt into the energy grid. So it has to consume fuel worth of 2.7. 2.7 is just a crazy good divisor of that. So it means I need 100 of these, and I can make 3 of these next to each other. That is pretty good. So with that in mind, that means we have 25 rows there. And then I am going to take this one first because it has to be from in there. So I'm going to just do that one and know it's 15. And then I'm going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that was actually a coincidence. You are not going to believe it, but it was actually a coincidence that I sort of had estimated that it would go all the way over there. So that's nice. Let's get this fuel belt. I'm never going to be using this, all of this, but I like building things at ratio, you know that. So I like building it at ratio, even though the ratio is probably never going to be used. It's just one short. Actually, maybe 2 short. Get that one done. I want to make sure that this one's done before I start putting down the next line, because the next line will hook up to the other ones. We'll include the sorters between the belts, and oh, let's get that done as well. How's this one doing? Oh yeah, it's filling up because I forgot back home to request it. We'll go back and request it afterwards. That's gonna be super nice to do. That one next. That's a full 15. Get that done. And this one will just go all the way over to the remainder. Oh, you know what? I think I might as well just local there. Might as well just keep filling it or fill it up as fast as possible. No reason not to. Because we don't have enough power when all of this is working. So I think I'd like to add some more power, which is coming now. I know it's silly that it flies this short direction, but that's just how I do things. Come on, drones, get your work. That is surprisingly also in line. Good. Getting. I know we could have cut this out, but I just figured 100 items to be placed. That's not much. That's not much. So let's get that one. That's good. And we should already be seeing that the power is super easy now, or super good. Easy? Good? Yeah, it's great power right now. It's easily solving all of our power problems, this one. So let's go at least to there. Get the last one built. There. And then we have all the power and we could ever wish for. Well, not really. But it's 216 megawatt of power is now available on this planet, continuously generating as long as we're consuming the graphene, which right now we are not. But this planet is now, I'm not going to say done, but it's doing what it's supposed to do for what we wanted. Now all we need to do is fly back home. And where is home? Home is where the heart is. Where's the heart? Heart is where our factory is. That's kind of, I identify as a factory. There we go. And we're gonna back to Vitu. Good. Let's go. In the night sky. And let's go. Nope. Whoa. Ha. Yeah, so as we're warping, just gonna spend the time saying thank you to the patrons who are supporting the channel. Without you, it would not be possible to continue to make these videos and be a full-time content creator. So thank you, patrons. Oops, there we go. We are out. I kind of couldn't see where the line was. Like I wanted to just shooting away. Let's get faster get back home to our home planet here. You can see the little spots of things missing. It's only possible to see this there. Alright, so what I need to do as I get more power is find our import hub. So this is our import hub. This one should be requesting. Oh, you know what? I can't stand looking at that. Go away. And you will be now requesting graphene. And tons of it. There we go. Yep. So this is going to be the graphene. While I'm waiting for the graphene to come in and start being available to whatever we want here, we're still not going to be. We still have only solved half the problem, because if I do this, then my sulfur, my build we had looked at originally is now this one, this awful build. Well, it's actually a good build, but it's just so rigid. I can replace all of this, or I can take this out, and that means the sulfuric acid will now go. Good. So what I could do is just knock this one out because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to eventually replace the entire build, or just knock out the entire build, because I'm going to get sulfuric acid some other way, but for now I will. Why is this build always... Oh, there it is. Always eluding me. So what I could do, the easiest thing to do is do that one, because from now on we are not going to get sulfuric acid this way. We are going to get it in a different way. We could get it in from the import hub. Import hub is the other side. Autosave and import hub. There. Is it coming in? Not yet, but it's bringing 6,000 in at a time. Right, so what I'm going to do while waiting for this one to work is to build some more of these water pumps, because we're going to need a stupid amount of water pumps when we need to build the next planet, because the next planet expansion will be for sulfuric acid, and only for sulfuric acid. There's a sulfuric acid ocean somewhere out here. Let's see, it's one of the close ones. I think it's the one that's called Why am I not able to see that? This one. Tarazid. Whatever. Here, look at the plane here. That one, sulfuric acid ocean. So we're going to go to this location and we're going to rename it. But we need to prepare ourselves for the journey. We are now seeing these coming in here. You can see a full batch of graphene is coming in here. That is super nice, and you can see how quickly it's up. We'll just bump it up to maximum charge rate. We do not want them to ever get stuck on charge. So all of this blue is the stuff that's being brought in by vessels, but it's also a lot of the stuff that's being brought out by... You can see how much they're coming in here. They're just coming in eager to grab stuff and bring graphene the other way. So let's see where all of that graphene is brought. But the sheer fact that I'm now getting this graphene in other locations, I can't even remember. Oh, of course it's the nanotubes. It's the nanotubes. Of course it is. Yeah, nanotubes. It's just super hungry for that. We don't have any science right now. It's just working on the nanotubes, working on all these things and building up buffers here. But that is great. That was actually what the main reason why I was consuming or I was running out. I think this might be not it. Yes, it is this one. This is the one. So we now see all of the sulfuric acid goes out and goes into this location. It's obviously still not enough, but at least it's something. You can see the yellow ones coming here. They are going to fly all the way up to the titanium ingots. Which is the whole point of all of what we want to do, is just get the titanium ingots to be happy. We just want it to be happy. And you can see every single titanium ingot we get outbound will be consumed instantly. I've also updated it so that it's now only using a single one of these. I can't make it wider or longer because it's then going to consume too much on the belt. But this is the objective of this, is to make sure that it gets it's working full time. What I'm going to do though is I am going to fly away to the sulfuric acid ocean planet. Is that the one? Nope. That one. This is a good system. We're going to be using this system for a lot, and we should also be naming it. Take your Varo. Let me make sure that, yes, of course, it's caps lock. Thank you, caps lock. I have a feeling that caps lock is not used in Chinese, since it's a very bad key to use for warping. I don't know. I have no idea. It just seems like not wise to use caps lock for something that you have to get stuck on it. Anyway, let's see if we can get all the way out there. It should be fine. We are gonna warp there and see what we go. There we go. Warp, and I will see you on the planet. So go back to crouch sleep and I'll wake you when we're there. And we have reached the system, but we don't know which of the planets we are going to visit. So we need to find the one with the sulfuric acid ocean. It's probably the closest one, isn't it? Yes, it is Tekevara 1, which is going to be renamed Fry Guy. There we go. Also a long-time patron supporter. For anyone who does not know why I picked these names, these are the patron supporters. The systems are named after Masters of the Path, and the planets are named after other ones based on sort of all-time contribution. People who've been there for the longest will, of course, get their planets first. So let's head on over to Fry Guy and see what we can... see what we have there. I don't think we have a lot, because if I look at this, it says 99.1 construction area. That's not a lot. Do I want to? No, I'm not going to wait 2 minutes. I'm just going to do a micro jump. And ta-da! Oh, we can already see the little patches of sulfuric acid. That is what we want to tap. Oh, I can't swim in it. That's probably a good idea, by the way. It's probably corroding our suit. Anyway, we know the drill. We are on the planet. There, rotate, and go up this way. Open the grid, so we know where we're going. We are going to go all the way up here. I am going to stake my claim. As soon as you build this, then it is... now it's my planet. Now this is what my planet looks like. I have again established my planetary hub and some solar bands around. I unfortunately ran out of solar panels. I am missing this little bit and then the 5th ring, but they are not coming in from my home planet, and I didn't want to bother with that right now. We can do that later. What I want to bother with though is the there. I need a... Wasn't there like a nice big round one? That one. Let's start with taking that out. That's gonna be easy to take out first. So let's do that. Was it down here? Yes, it is. So this is why we have been handcrafting diligently a lot of these useless things here. Is that really the round one? Nah, this one is more round. So we'll take them. Actually, we want it as square as possible. Yep, nope. There. Here. And each of them is, they are being affected by, can we see it? No, we can't. Down here, that's extraction. It is 70 per minute. So that's a bit more than 1 per second. That's okay, I think. That one. So a bit more than 70. Oh, come on. That one, and just continue here. No, just one. Just one. And then we'll get this part here. Yeah. What is it? Okay. Take one. There. Just trying to get as many as possible, and ultimately I don't think it really matters very much because I don't need like a ton of these. There. And I will be getting some kind of location, maybe that one. And then we'll get it inbound. So it's about 1 per second each at this moment. So as long as I have less than 30-ish for each location, then it should be fine. And I just want to bring it here. And even this, let's just assume that it's 1 per second. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so this is 12 per second. This is already way more than I had previously, and it's all just taking it out of the water. I think this is one of the really cool things about this game, like how difficult things are, and then with rare resources it just becomes so much easier. I think that's a really interesting way of doing it. It is a really cool way to do explorations. I wish Factorio would have that kind of thing, like rare resources, that kind of thing, so you kind of be forced to explore and look for things. That, I think that would be pretty cool. You know, that's at least some things I'd like here. That one. This one's good. And then it connects, and I'll be building this and in here as well. Now what you need is sulfuric acid, and it's going to be provided, local, global, all of that good stuff, and it'll be charging slowly but surely. Now I just need to do the same thing for a few of the other ones, and then we'll have enough. At this point, now all of this is working. Let's look at our production stats for this planet. So if I look at it just on a 1 minute, there, that's what I'm looking at. It's only when it gets over here, it's 1 minute. So this is 900 per minute. It's going to be up to 1600 per minute, I guess. 70 per minute times however many there are. I don't know. Well, look at that. It goes up. I'm going to say 1500 per minute. That's pretty good. Yeah. That's 25 per second or something. I don't know. I have no idea what that is. But 1500 per minute. That's good. And then we'll triple this at least before going back. So let's triple that with this kind of thing as well. Now I feel I have added enough here. So this is it's running. I've also added a buffer locally because this is infinite resource, so why not just put it in here so that whenever I need it, I can actually take it from this location at 60 per second plus 60 per second. So once this is in a steady state, I can actually have it pouring in here with 120 per second, and I can do the same thing for all the other ones that I've also done. I'm not gonna do that now. Let's pretend I didn't see that. But we have this one. This is also going in here. It's stockpiling. This one is stockpiling, and yeah, so we have plenty to go with, and it's time for us to head back home to our place and our original, and then we'll be having fixed all of the graphene and all of the sulfuric acid for a very long time, actually. Not just it's not just a small change. That's another one. It's the other one with you there. It is yeah, it's not just a small thing. I don't think we'll be needing more sulfuric acid than what we have here, especially when we get mining productivity. It's gonna go super fast, so that's pretty good. Let's warp back and land safely on our planet. So we are coming back here nicely at our planet, and what we want to do here is exclusively, let's go up here on the top side. There we go. Get to our import hub, find out where it is. Get to import hub. Get to import hub. It's gonna be over on there. And let's see if there's one of these that I can take. That's not great. Actually, that needs to be fixed soon. So this one's going to be busy all the time, so I don't really need to build that. I'd like to have something that's a lot more passive than the graphene, because the graphene is... Nah, it's actually seemed to be settling down with 5 there, so I could take something as boring as glass. No, something like this. This is super boring. Let's take that out. So low quantity that we need. Request. And over here. Clean it out. Get this. Request. And that should get all 1200 outbound. Or all 10 of these outbound for 6000 inbound. There. Alright, so we should be seeing that this will increase our production of the titanium, the reinforced titanium. It's called something, right? Is it called reinforced? It's called titanium alloy. Doesn't look like an alloy to me though. But the titanium alloy, that is what we've been striving for. So graphene is easily done. It can also be used, the graphene we have already over there can also be used to make some more solar panels, which we solar cells. So that's also something we want to use the fire ice for. And what we've done now is we sort of settle in. We did a little spike in tech for the purple science, and now we're sort of settling in and filling in the gaps of the stuff that we were clearly running out of. And that's where we are here. And what the next part is, I think we'll be slowly working our way towards the green science, because that's also something that's super nice to have. Getting some green science in there, but we are going to wrap this. We gotta wrap this up. Yeah, we want to see that this one actually comes in. Come on, how far is it? We can actually look at it from the outside view. Hold on, I got there. We can look at it coming from there. No, it's not. It's taking over. They're coming here. All these 10 are coming up there. They are now warping back here. I love the fact that you can see the ships. That means that when you start scaling up, you can see how big this actually gets. So we are gonna wait and see it come in here. Here we have the first. There they are. All of our sulfuric acid deliveries are coming in, and what we should be seeing is some of the titanium alloy drones coming over here to request. Pretty sure we can see those coming in soon enough. They will, however, they are on exactly directly the opposite side of this planet, so that'll take a bit of time for them to get there. But it's really important that we get all of that. There they are. Here they come in. Very, very greedy little drones, and we are going to be following the first one, flying all the way back. That should help us. Let's actually see if we've been able to keep up enough. I don't think so. I don't think we're keeping up enough with just what we have yet. There it is. Yeah. And once that's done, this is all working. I could potentially make big... No, I can't, because it's already taking all of it. So that's this can't be made any bigger than this. I can make more of them, and I absolutely will, but not right now. There we go. This is the joy that we were looking for. We now have enough titanium alloys for a long time. For continuing expansion for sure. Time for me to wrap up. Thank you very much for watching. It has been a pleasure to do these videos for you, and I'm going to continue to do it as long as there's an interest. So thank you very much for your interest. If you find this enjoyable and you're not yet subscribed, well, consider subscribing to the channel for more factory and whatever this kind of game is called. I don't know. I mean, I know what the game is called, but the genre. City and factory builder, planet builder. world builder. I don't know. Subscribe and we might find out. See you guys next time. Take care and stay effective.